Over the course of this playlist, we're going to take a look at the backhand returner serve. Now, it's an area of game that a lot of players struggle with. Over the course of the playlist, we're going to take a look at body positioning, movement to the ball, spacing when we're hitting, and then our follow through. If we can get all these things right, then it's easy to step into the ball, transfer your weight into the shot, be positive, and release your follow through towards the front wall, allowing you to generate pace, power, and accuracy into the back corner, which will allow you to get in front of your opponent and dictate the rally from the word go. So the biggest error I see with amateur players on the backhand returner serve is standing too far round, too far into the channel, watching their opponent with their racket up, thinking they're ready, and then not giving themselves anywhere to go. If their opponent puts a good serve in off the side wall, you're already in the channel. From there, you can only really poke at the ball. There's a lack of rotation from that position. It's hard to go back there and then into the shot. So that would be the biggest thing that I see with players getting it wrong, is just being a bit too far over, a bit too eager, a bit too ready, and not giving themselves the space and the freedom, not playing with enough confidence to think, from here, I can actually step into the shot. I can see where the ball's coming off the front wall. I've got a little bit more time than I think. Don't have to immediately have my racket up, ready to go. So the biggest thing that I can say to amateur players in that situation is give yourself space, give yourself time, stay away from the ball, have confidence in your own ability to then get back into the shot and step into it at the right time. Deal with the ball if it comes off the sidewall, give yourself space. So one thing to think about when you're returning serve on the backhand is the influence of the wall. So depending on what kind of serve your opponent's going to play from the right-hand side of the court, you're going to be dealing with a different type of shot. If they're looking to hit the ball hard or wide into the sidewall here, the ball's going to be coming out off the sidewall, it's going to be coming at you, so you've got to think about giving yourself space. If they're doing a backhand serve and it's a bit shallower, the ball's going to stay on the sidewall for much longer, and you're going to have to be dealing with a ball that sticks to the sidewall for a longer period of time. So you're going to have to get confident with your ability to take the ball off the sidewall. But we're also going to have to think about softening our hands if the ball gets really, really tight and your opponent puts that lovely backhand lob serve in that drops in here. We're going to have to think about softening the hands up to make sure that the racket head can get through the shot and we're able to release that follow through. If we're going with a hard wrist chunk at the ball, we're going to end up getting the racket head stuck and it's not going to get through the shot. So what we need to do is soften those hands up and let the follow through go through the shot. So that's a key thing. Don't tense up when the ball's tight on the sidewall because the racket will jam. If we soften that grip there, then the racket can run through. The other key things to think about are keeping that upper body nice and still and stable, and then trying to let that follow through go down the line, particularly if we're looking to hit the ball straight down the wall. So a couple of things to think about there: the spacing and the timing, and how hard you're gripping the racket will all play an influence in dealing with a ball that comes off the sidewall. The backhand serve is a slightly more difficult one to deal with because the ball does stay in this area of the court for much longer. If people are serving on the forehand with that wide serve, the ball naturally comes out a little bit more and you're more likely to be giving yourself space as opposed to stepping into the ball when you've got that more shallow angle.